Who are our two favorite sound bites in the NFL, gents? Who are our favorite two sound bites in the
Mike
NFL?
Tomlin.
That's one.
And Jerry Jones.
Hey, we've got fresh sound bites from both.
Hey!
Let's start with Jerry Jones. Okay, let's start with Jerry Jones. He was on the Metroplex, right? The 105.3 The Fan. Only owner in the sport that has a weekly radio appearance, like he's a coach or a star player. God bless you, Jerry Jones. Don't you ever change, man. So I said yesterday, hey, guess what? Zeke isn't the same right now. That's a fact. He doesn't look the same right now. That's a fact. Tony Pollard is a better running back for the Dallas Cowboys right now. That's a fact. You want to argue those facts, TJ? I'll give you the floor here.
I mean, we going in that overall scheme of what the running back needs to do
right now.
Or
Week
just toting the rock?
13 NFL season 2021. The Washington football team just got one more game closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're currently 7th in the standings right now as a playoff position team at 5-6. And they've got 2 more games against you coming up. Okay?
Okay.
And so that object in your rearview mirror is, in fact, getting closer than it appears. And you've got a Saints team that is desperate and ready to roll best they can Thursday night. Your coach has got COVID, and you need to know right now who's the best running back to run the ball through, run the offense through. And I say it's Tony Pollard.
Okay.
And I don't know
the fact that we don't know if Zeke's injured. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Man who might know is Jerry Jones, and this is what he had to say about Zeke's upcoming week of activity in just 2 nights.
Yeah, he's practicing well, and we think he'll be ready to go. And no reason. I understand you're asking, but the facts are that we expect him to have a serious load against New Orleans.
I'll tell you, the serious load against New Orleans should be named Tony Pollard. I know who Zeke is and what he stands for and what he means in that team and in that locker room and who he is, and he's a warrior and all that. I think he's an 11 warrior, if I'm not mistaken, about that website that's been trolling me for 7 years that has to eat copious amounts of poop right now. But Tony Pollard's a better running back right now. You can see it. You can see it.
Maybe on this day today. You're right.
On Thursday night.
I don't care.
And they
who's
should
back
run the
there.
offense through him.
Get the job done, man.
And the job, if you need the job done, number 20, not 21.
Hey, I'm all for it then.
It's my 2 cents. Mike Tomlin, God, I love the way he talks and just the way he commands a microphone. So I guess Chase Claypool, young Mapletron, said that he'd like to hear more music during practice, more fun, make it a little more loose environment.
Yeah.
For a team that is now, tied the Lions, lost to the Chargers, and then lost to the Bengals in significant fashion. They're 5-5-1, and the youngster, Chase Claypool, saying, I think we should have a little bit more music, more fun in practice. And that was brought to the attention of Coach Tomlin today.
Mike Claypool suggested yesterday that he would like to have more fun at practice, maybe play some music. I'm suggesting you're not going to oblige his request.
Well, Claypool plays wide out, and I'll let him do that. I'll formulate the practice approach, and I think that division of labor is probably appropriate.
I'm not with him. I'm not with him on this one.
I love it.
Of labor.
I love it. I love it.
I'm not with him on this one. This is a guy being maybe he's kidding, maybe he's doing a bit and he's just playing the straight man. But if he's really serious, that's insane.
Well, I mean, he's got a good relationship with Claypool. Didn't Claypool say when he came on the show that he's told him he's got to watch the Squid Game?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they're down.
I mean, they're talking about it.
But it's just music. Like Belichick lets the Pats play music at practice. That should be your guiding light. That should be your North Star on how to conduct yourself.
I don't know. It's just like you don't get music until you win, or you do this or that or whatever. You're questioning Mike Tomlin's ability to read his locker room and win football games in the NFL.
I'm saying if he's serious about this, that's crazy. And if they finish the year with a losing record, people are going to go nuts.
I have a feeling that the truth lies somewhere in between here. What do you think? It's got to be quiet as a church during practice? He refused to have any single music or any sort of thing?
But
okay.
I mean, like I said, I hope he's kidding, and I hope that's a bit because he's an amazing actor. But
don't forget, like 2 weeks ago, you know, Big Ben was wearing USC gloves to his
that was
his
funny.
press conference because Tomlin was saying, you know, there's not a booster check large enough for him to leave the Steelers. I guess there was one large enough for Lincoln Riley to leave Oklahoma. But
to defend Tomlin here for a second.
Okay,
probably,
so you're going to play both sides?
I'm going to play both sides.
That's interesting.
Probably poor taste by Claypool to suggest this after getting their asses kicked by Cincinnati.
Yeah, so that might be his way of saying, you play wideout, I'll figure out how we coach the team. And that's an appropriate division of labor, which is all he said.
I talked myself out of it.
It's great.
Yeah.
You just talked yourself in and then out.
I do think it's insane not to play music at practice, but also Claypool, like, timing is everything.
I also think it's insane that you're questioning Mike Tomlin's ability to know how to coach his team and win football games in the NFL.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
How's that sound?
I kind of was with
Can we
you
get
on
Mike
that one.
Tomlin to Notre Dame rumors started?
I don't know if there's a prayer large enough for
Chase
that.
Claypool, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, there you go. That's right. That's where Mapletron came from.
I don't know.
No music. I want
Never
no
say
music.
never, but never.
There you go. That one is what you can really say never say never.
No
never.
music. That's crazy.
I mean, that quote's just amazing, though.
It's Ravens week, brother, as well. It's Ravens week in Pittsburgh.
I just saw a number, Rich, that the Ravens are favored in this game for the first time ever in Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback.
Mike Tomlin said he's not assuming that Stephon Tuitt won't be back this year. Okay? Meaning it's possible. Quote, I don't have a 6-week perspective. I have a Ravens week perspective.
Big game.
And thus, the Cowboys should have a Pollard week perspective on bringing this all together. I weave tapestries here is basically what I'm saying. Dude.
I don't think that's our problem,
A
Rich.
healthy load, that's great. The more healthy load should be number 20 Thursday night.
I think our problems are field goal kicker missing extra points, going for 2 and then taking points off the board.
You know what would help those problems not have to be a factor? Running more effectively with number 20. Hour 3 coming up. You know what I'm saying?
I texted you guys. They should go for 2 at points. They don't go for 2. Then we kick the extra point. A penalty comes. We take points off the board, then go for 2 and don't get it, and end up losing the game. I mean, it's frustrating.
But honestly, is there any more, visual evidence you need than Pollard is a more effective runner of the football right now? And a more dynamic runner of the football? And a guy who creates more problems for the defense?
Again, it's like when I asked you earlier about all things that a running back needs to do, and I will continue to harp on this.
Yes.
Like Zeke and pass protection.
That's
at least 3 times a game where he will save Dak's life.
Zeke is a 3-down player
there's
at the
more
position
to it than
better
just,
than most.
But yeah, Tony Pollard is healthier right now.
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying.
If you're healthier, then yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want get someone in there who's going to get the job done. Have Zerline not miss extra points.
Night is going to be
Taysom Hill probably starting, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Tank Lawrence is back, hopefully. So Randy Gregory, I think, should be back next week.
Cowboys on national television.
Just setting more records, Rich.
Cowboys on national television.
Oh, baby.
Losing on national television.
Okay, this guy has 1 week where both of his teams win, and now he's just
But it's been
walking
so
on
long.
sunshine.
The Jets are really are his house money, cherry on top stuff that doesn't even
Let me
matter.
ask you this. When was the last time that
Michigan and Jets won in the same
that Michigan beat
Ohio
and the
State.
Jets won? I was going to look that up, but
it's
the internet ran
It's
out.
easy to look up for this century. You just need to look up a couple of opportunities on the weekend and see if the Jets won those 2 weekends.
Good point.
Hey, I'm being a realist, man.
It's fun. I'm happy for you.
I appreciate that. No, and I appreciate that. At some point, there is going to be a turn of the "I'm happy for you" to the "Are you done yet?" And there are some people that did that during the game day morning show on Sunday on Twitter. But I'm not done yet. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.